Greetings, royal family. I'm back. You're back. Thanks for clicking on the video. It's Thursday, September 24th. The year is still 2020. Still. But I woke up. If you're listening to this, you woke up. So all praises to the Most High. All right. Not that much went down, in the midnight hours, but a couple of topics that I'm definitely going to touch on today. Megan Thee Stallion, she graced the cover of Time magazine. And Mary J. Blige, Naomi Campbell, they sat down for an interview. Who else is up on here? Oh, I am so hot. I am definitely going to talk about Dancing with the Stars. I did watch it, and I'm not happy. So I'm going to save that to the very end. Blow off some steam. Got a couple of other hot topics to discuss as well. Please, as you are entering, please hit the like button. That's your admission fee. That's it. Hitting the like button. You want to pay a little bit extra? Share the video on your social media platforms. Share with a friend via text, email, whatever. Just share. I definitely don't mind. So welcome. This is another segment of the Morning Boogie. I don't know what time you're watching this, but it's morning somewhere. All right. So I'm happy to be here, y'all. Tomorrow's Friday. Everybody excited? The work week for most is coming to an end. All right. Let's not waste any more time. So before I get into some of the main topics, I consider this a little bit of shenanigans. This is just my opinion. Orlando Brown. This is the gentleman that was on That's So Raven. You remember he was 3J on Family Matters. He was also on the Jamie Foxx show as well. So a child actor, right? He's had his fair share of controversy, right, in the media. He gave a testimony in church about quitting that narcotic and turning to God. So this is courtesy of Gossip on This. Hey, Gossip on This. How you doing? So Orlando Brown says that he's done with the narcotic and he's ready to give his life to God. I understand what people mean when they say they want to give their life to God. Who the hell did your life belong to before? I'm just asking. Anyway, so footage recently surfaced of Orlando giving a testimony at a church in Texas, telling the congregation that he has turned his life around after previously heading into a downward spiral after experimenting with narcotics. The 32-year-old started out by telling everyone his name and saying that they may recognize him from a little show called That's So Raven. He went on to state that he dabbled in drugs, including crystal meth, and also had an unhealthy addiction to the internet. So let's take a little listen to what Sir Orlando had to say. All right, let's scroll down here. Let's see if it'll play. Like to hear it? Here you go.
Father, we thank you for this time, for this praise. Yeah, that part. My name is Orlando Brown. Hello, everybody. You may know me from a little show back in the day called That's Right, That's So Raven. And, I went through a lot. I experimented with crystal meth, with weed, and I didn't know what I was doing. I had an addiction to the internet, all kinds of stuff, but my fiance told me about this place, and when I came, it was amazing. I had a blast. These brothers accepted me for who I am. And, I got a whole team of brothers now. The church is lovely. All I can tell y'all is all the leaders are brilliant. They're geniuses and they're men of God. And they're raising us all up in the way to be the same. You know what I mean?
All right. Okay. I can't judge anyone's testimony. He goes on to tell the Christian Post that he's looking forward to graduating from the REUPLOADING Discipleship, which is a free 6-month inpatient recovery program run by REUPLOADING Church in Texas for men struggling with addiction, homelessness, and other issues. The REUPLOADING Discipleship website explains, we help not only those who struggle with drugs and alcohol, but also those who battle depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. Every RISE student will be given a biblical foundation that will assist in character building and the leadership development to approach life in a new light. So Orlando, he declined to do an extended interview while on his journey with the program, but he did tell the Christian Post that he's due to graduate in November, and it's definitely been a great process. So they've moved him up. He's been in the program for 3 weeks, and they built him up. They moved him up, to teacher. So now he's teaching other people. Mind you, he has not. It's a 6-week program. He is not fully recovered from his numerous issues with drugs and mental health, addiction and mental health. But he has a position of power at the church, leading other people, counseling other people, only 3 weeks into the 6-week program. You guys know his rap sheet. You remember he's been arrested numerous times for numerous things. He's made some outlandish allegations. Shocking, let me not say outlandish, some shocking allegations. They could be true, but he pulled Nick Cannon into some of those accusations. Raven Simone, he said that he had a baby with her and she decided not to keep the baby. What else did he say? He went on to Dr. Phil and said that Michael Jackson is his father, right? This is all documented. All these behaviors are documented. So I don't know what to say. What I immediately got from this after reading, I don't know. A part of me feels like he's being used by this religious entity. I really hope that he definitely gets help, because this guy has been bounced all over the place and has gotten himself into so much trouble. And it's ridiculous. It's just like the demise of this man is so public, and he definitely needs help. And I'm not saying that Rise Church can't be the outlet to help him. So I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about this. I definitely don't. Tell me what you think. I know this story came out a few days ago, but I'm just seeing it now. So let me know what you think. All right, if you're just joining, welcome everybody to the Morning Boogie. I'm Royal B. She Royal B is the channel name. Be sure to follow me on social media. That's Twitter and Instagram at @she_Royal B. The same way the channel name is spelled. If you're just coming in, please hit the like button, make yourself comfortable. Drop your comments. I know a lot of you listen while you're at work or listen when you're driving. If you are driving, please do not comment, but make sure you at the stoplight, you hit the like button if you haven't done so already. All right, let's move this train along. Who is up next on this roster? Aubrey O'Day. Remember her from Danity Kane? Damage. I liked Aubrey O'Day in the group. She was the rebellious one. The group was birthed out of the reality show Making the Band. Diddy had this show. Well, it's not his show. Lou Pearlman started the first Making the Band. See, that's how far back I go. I'm a TV buff. I do this for real, okay? So Lou Pearlman, his sick self, started Making the Band. And remember O-Town, and I forgot what other band was created from the original Making the Band. Anyway, so Diddy took it over from the second season and beyond, right? So Danity Kane was one of the products of Making the Band. Aubrey O'Day, she was more of the rebellious one. And ever since she told Diddy about himself, because she didn't back down from him, her career didn't go anywhere after that. I'm pretty sure she was blackballed. But Aubrey O'Day, she receives an offer from a renowned plastic surgeon. Sorry, it's the iced coffee. Following a photo scandal. So she's getting support. This plastic surgeon reached out to her, making his services available to her. So the Blast obtained a letter written to Aubrey O'Day from the husband and wife team, Dr. Frank and Pam Agulo. Dr. Agulo, a.k.a. Dr. Worldwide, he wrote in a letter, because there's controversy around this picture that circulated online with Aubrey looking bigger than we've seen her in past years. Aubrey says it's the picture is fake. It was doctored. And then there were other pictures that circulated saying, nope, this is Aubrey. So people were trying to body shame her. People were body shaming her. So this plastic surgeon decided to reach out to her, and he wrote a letter, again, offering her services. And the letter goes, hope this letter finds you well. I would like to introduce myself. I am Frank Agulo, MD, and I am a Mayo Clinic trained board certified plastic surgeon. I practice in El Paso, Texas, and have 10 plus years experience in the field. I strive to provide the highest level of customized and individualized care to all my patients. He also added, I understand that being a public figure puts you under constant scrutiny from the press, and as for most women, it is important to look and feel your best. I would like to make my services available to you. So then he directed her to his website to check out his work on other patients, and said that, if she's interested, he asked that Aubrey reach out to his wife, Pam Agulo, MD. So the blast.com, this is courtesy of the blast.com. They previously reported earlier this month that Daily Mail was the publication that published photos of a woman walking her dog in Palm Springs. And the woman in the photo looked much different than the photos Aubrey posts on her social media. So Aubrey, she quickly addressed the photos, saying they were doctored. And she wrote, it's so sick what people will do for clickbait, and that my lawyer needed this photo to defend me against it. When is this industry going to stop abusing women's bodies? Sorry, my place is a mess. Currently remodeling my glam room. I'm sure it'll be written that I'm a hoarder next. Days later, Daily Mail published a series of new photos in an attempt to prove the woman was Aubrey. First of all, how I feel about this doctor reaching out and offering his services, I guess I don't know the intention behind that, but I think that this doctor was obviously trying to get some press and promotion. I think it was extremely insensitive because this is made public, right? If the letter was private and maybe his people contacted her people and this was done privately and it didn't get out to the public, then okay. But the fact that it was publicized, he probably gave this information to the press. It's just embarrassing. I mean, it seems like a kind gesture, but because it's been made public, it just further embarrasses her. You as a plastic surgeon feel like she may need your services. No matter how nicely he wrote the letter or penned the letter, if it was done private, I could respect it. But this doctor just trying to make his money. The pandemic is slowing down a lot of things for a lot of people. It is what it is. Did you guys like the video? I'm going to keep asking throughout the broadcast, so you might as well just like the video, And I'm saving Dancing with the Stars until the end because I don't want to ruin the momentum of this because I'm ticked off. Who's next? See, my computer acting up. Oh, Mary J. Blige and Naomi Campbell. So Naomi Campbell has a, this is MadameNoir.com. This is the publication where I was reading this from. So Naomi Campbell said meeting Mary J. Blige gave her strength to go to rehab. This is a beautiful picture of the two. So recently, longtime friends Naomi Campbell and Mary J. Blige sat down for a conversation on Campbell's YouTube series No Filter with Naomi to discuss their mutual love and respect for one another. Oh, isn't this cute? Look at this. And we don't want to see that. I'm reading right now. Excuse me. These ads are ridiculous on the computer, right? I need an ad blocker. How do I get an ad blocker, y'all? Do you guys know? Drop it in the chat or in the comments. Anyway, I like Naomi's little show. It's cute. Naomi's cool. She's cool in my book. When she was younger, she was a little bit feisty, okay? But I think she's calmed down. She still got her spice with her. Tell it like it is, very serious. But I thought that this was a cute exchange. So Mary starts out with the interview. I know we met. It was in Milan or someplace overseas. It was a Dolce & Gabbana fashion show. They were dressing me and I was performing and we were in the bathroom. I ran into you in the bathroom. I was like, this is too good to be true. The most beautiful woman in the world is here talking to me. Wow. And you were so beautiful, so friendly, and I've never forgotten that. That's why I love you. Our first meeting was so beautiful. Naomi goes, I echo your sentiments. I remember the same. We were in a club called Plastic and we were in the bathroom. And you looked at me and you said, we are from the same tribe. And I've never, ever forgotten that. And the importance of it being that day. I don't know if you knew, the next day I went and checked into rehab. This is what Naomi is telling Mary J. Blige during their little interview. It was important to me. It meant a lot to me, gave me strength. So I always want to say thank you so much for that. That is so nice. And Mary said that, she never knew that. She had no idea. She goes on to tell Naomi that her presence gave Mary so much confidence, seeing Naomi be this, supermodel superstar. Mary talked about how she never felt that she was beautiful. She said running into Naomi Campbell and her being so friendly and kind just showed her that she was not only beautiful on the outside, but she was beautiful on the inside. And Mary says, she just wants to thank Naomi for being so kind and she's so strong, and she's just supermodel, and in person, she's just as beautiful, inside as she is outside. So I said that was nice. So Naomi, she says, people can give you all these praises, but your praises to me, what you said to me was real. I've known and always known the difference when someone is BSing me or kissing my bleep. But I know you were talking about me as a person, not me for what I do. So then they go into talking about Mary J. Blige's divorce. Mary said, she had to go through it and relinquish and forgive and really release people because that's such a hard time and hurtful time. You can hang on to that stuff and miss your blessing, but I'm not stupid and I know how God works. So I let those people go for real. I don't wish them no harm. And now I'm gone. And here I am. It took me a minute to let it all go, but I did. So Naomi asked Mary, does she believe in love? And Mary says, of course, I'm never going to stop believing in love. I'm not going to let a horrible situation dictate what the future is for me. I'm going to be patient so I don't make another horrible mistake, but I absolutely still believe in love. So Naomi says, I don't know if you know how many women through your music and through your career, seeing where you've come, that you've helped, Mary. I don't think you know. Do you know? Mary says, I know there's a lot and I do understand what I've done. I've put my life on the line, honestly. And the only thing that can happen is you're going to move people with normal everyday problems just like you. So I've just been a giver as much as I can give. And Naomi says, people are like, oh, you're in your 40s. Stay in it. Don't leave because who are you going to be with? And then Naomi says, look, she would rather be on her bloody own, okay, than living through, be on her own, living through her fears, than be unhappy. She said that's not for her. I feel you, Naomi. It is what it is. Because, there's this whole, well, you 40 years old. This is probably what a lot of people were saying to Mary J. Blige. You in your 40s, you married, you might as well stick it out. Every man cheat. Stay with him, girl. You ain't going to get no other man. That's the mentality of some women will not force you, but encourage you to stay in toxic situations because it's better than being quote unquote alone. Being alone and lonely are two different things. But anyway, let me not get off track. So Mary J. Blige has a documentary. She's doing a documentary for Amazon. She said that her production company is called Blue Butterfly, and her project is the Mary J. Blige My Life album documentary. So Mary was a part of the biopic for the Clark sisters with Queen Latifah, Missy Elliott. So she said she had involvement in that movie, and she says she has a lot more to come. So it seems that Mary is getting into the media side of the money, as far as production, behind the scenes, I should say. So music to media production company mogul. I'm here for it, Mary. Why not? Why not? Tap into every aspect. You've already dominated the music field. You're the queen of hip hop soul. And I am interested in seeing the My Life documentary. Yeah. When is that coming out? So she said that she's creating content, that is important to the culture. And Naomi asked, is there any advice for those who've been inspired by you? Mary says, my biggest thing is you're doing well. You've come so far. Don't beat yourself up about the things you can't do anything about. Just don't. Just remember how far you've come and how good you're doing. You're alive. That's great. The things you can't do anything about, don't try to lift it. Yesterday, put it down. It's okay to just keep going. That's it. God first, though. That's who gives me the strength. You better say that, Mary. So shout out to Mary J. Blige, looking great, doing her darn thing on Power Book 2 Ghosts. I reported yesterday, I think, that Power Book 2 Ghost has been renewed for a second season. There are already 3 episodes in. I'm sold. I don't know why I haven't done a review for Power, because I just enjoyed the show, I guess. I would much rather go live and have a live discussion, but it's such a good show. So shout out to Mary J. Blige. I'm so happy for her to see her, spreading her wings. She's a part of what would you consider Power? Like a pop culture, or, you know what I mean. Power is its own entity, and Mary J. Blige, the queen, is a part of that. Method Man, is a part of that. So shout out to these Black kings and queens doing the darn thing. You go, Mary J. You go. She also talked about Little Kim. Naomi asked her, is everything good with you and Little Kim? She said Little Kim will always be her little sister, and of course, she loves her. She talked about, who else did she talk about? Biggie. She said that Biggie was so sweet. He was kind. They first met when she did the What's the 411 remix. She said that he was sweet and fun. She said that he was funny. So, most people say the same things, So she says that she definitely loves Little Kim, and that will always be her little sister. So again, shout out to Mary J. Blige. Naomi Campbell is definitely doing her thing. Good to see Mary still working, still out here collecting coins. Shout out to you. All right, who's up next? Lord have mercy. Jada Pinkett. This is according to theblast.com. Jada Pinkett Smith reveals unhealthy addiction that she struggled with. Did you guys hear? All right, so Jada Pinkett Smith recently told the press that she previously struggled with an addiction that proved very difficult for her to overcome. So the 49-year-old wife to the lead actor in Men in Black, they be putting so much fluff in the headers. It's just like, get straight to it, right? Again, this is theblast.com. Anyway, y'all know about the whole entanglement with August Alsina. She hasn't been very candid about her personal life in the past, only recently coming forward discussing some of the difficulties she faced in her life and the inner struggles that affected her family in negative ways. She had an interview with The Guardian, which is a media outlet, where she spoke about a serious pornography addiction that she struggled with for years. In that interview, she shared how she was indulging in the habit as much as 5 times a day. A habit, she says, left her feeling empty. She says, back in the day, I had a little porn addiction. Maybe I'll say now that I had an unhealthy relationship to porn at one point in my life where I was trying to practice abstinence. The primary difficulty for Jada breaking this, quote, unhealthy habit, as she's named it, was that she was struggling in her marriage with Will and was emotionally imbalanced. She went on to share how one of her children walked in on her when some images came up. Not only was this embarrassing for her, but it proved to be a moment of realization for her. She shared why those images came up and did her best to parent her child in the moment. Now, this led her to share a very personal details about her struggles on the Red Table Talk series and talk about it with The Guardian, as mentioned before. Now, although Jada has since moved on in her life, choosing to bolster her relationship with Will, she did share that she originally was trying to help August Alsina due to some mental issues, though things quickly escalated beyond a simple friendship rather quickly. Now, you guys know about the entanglement and all that other stuff, that she supposedly had an open marriage. She did state that in a different interview. She also said, I don't care if we are on the other side of the house. There is no divorce, yada, yada. So this is interesting that she opened up about the fact that she had an addiction to blue movies, as we used to call them that back in the day. Anyway, so, this is very interesting. So if she had a pornography, addiction, does that mean that she had a sex addiction too? Or I don't want to know. Well, Jada, hopefully you are getting counseling, because guess what, sis? You have the monetary resources. Yay! You have the monetary resources, okay, to get intense counseling. Bada bing. Some people are not that fortunate. So best of luck to you. Hopefully you are getting treatment and you got caught by one of your children and you did the right thing by sitting them down and explaining to them what it was that you were doing. So best wishes to the Smith family. Moving along, my homie, Megan Thee Stallion. First of all, why is everybody like, what is it about Meg that people don't like anymore or never did like? Megan. I don't have a problem with Megan Thee Stallion. I really don't. But boy, oh boy, are they tearing her up on Twitter and also, other social media platforms. What Meg do? I don't know. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. No judgment, but it's just a lot. I'm like, dang, Meg be minding her business. No? Is there something that I don't know? Anyway, so this is according to CNN.com. Megan Thee Stallion makes Time's list of 100 most influential people. Good for you, Megan. She looks great. So the 25-year-old rapper, born Megan Jovan Ruth Pete, is among the high-profile pioneers to feature on the prestigious list, which recognizes those who have impacted the world by harnessing the power of influence to forge genuine progress. Explaining why the Houston native deserves a place among other high-profile names, including Selena Gomez, Michaela Coel, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Oscar-nominated actress Taraji P. Henson described Megan as the epitome of tenacity. So Taraji says, I don't like to put the stigma on the word strong on black women because I think it dehumanizes us, which I agree with. But she has strength through vulnerability. It's invigorating to see her become a platinum-selling artist with the vital hit Hot Girl Summer and multiple number one songs in the past year, Savage and WAP. But you would be a fool to think that that's all there is to her. She's deep. These ads I'm reading this from my phone. I have the picture up, but I'm sick of these ads popping up, y'all. I need an ad blocker. Can I get one on my phone and my computer for free? I don't want to have to pay for an ad blocker. Anyway, Henson emphasized the influence Megan has had in the music industry in the early stages of her career. She rode the beat like I'd never heard anybody ride the beat in a long time. And I'm a hip-hop head, Henson wrote. Touching on Megan's personal struggles, she continued, she's lost much of her family, her mother, her father, her grandmother, yet she is the epitome of tenacity, of pulling herself up by her bootstraps. She was popped this summer, and still people try to tear her down. Henson concluded the piece by adding, basically Taraji P. Henson wrote the article in Time magazine that Megan Thee Stallion appeared on. So I thought that this was nice and well done. Henson concluded the piece by adding that despite the industry's efforts to pigeonhole her, Megan got a plan that's much bigger, and we got her. I just want her to keep winning. So Megan, who recently topped the Billboard 100 chart with WAP, her collaboration with fellow rapper Cardi B, celebrated the honor with her fans on Instagram Tuesday, writing, "Still I rise, young black woman from Houston, Texas, on the cover of Time magazine as one of the most influential people in the world. Megan has every reason to celebrate after a sensational year that saw her take home the award for Best Hip Hop Video for her song Savage at the 2010 MTV VMAs. And the TikTok challenge, that went viral. She collaborated with Beyonce on the Savage remix for charity. Very, very good. Yeah. There were other people who were honored this weekend as well. Michael B. Jordan, Jay Balvin, Jojo Siwa, Halsey, Jennifer Hudson, and Oscar-winning South Korean director Ben Joon-ho. No, I'm not calling you a hoe. That's his last name. I think she looks stunning. She looks great. She's young. She's getting all of her flowers now. But can somebody tell me why people don't like Meg? Or why, if you don't like Megan Thee Stallion, why don't you? This is a judgment-free zone. You can share your opinion. I'm just wondering. People are saying like she's corny, she's whack, she's a liar, I don't trust her. I mean, again, you're entitled to your opinion, but good for you, Megan. Good for you. So we'll see what's on the horizon next for Megan Thee Stallion. Are you guys liking the video? If you're just joining, you can always catch the replay. Don't forget, hit the like button. Welcome to the Morning Boogie. Drop your comments. Just say hello. If you're driving, don't comment. You know how I feel about that. Hands at 10 and 2, everybody. 10 and 2. All right, who's up next? Who's next? Kanye Omari West. I don't even know if that's his middle name. So Kanye West says that he'll give his share of masters back to good music artists. Now, Good Music is his little label of artists, like his little clique that he put together. And he was going on Twitter saying all of this. You know, Kanye has been very busy on Twitter the past several days. So as part of his ongoing effort to change the music industry, Kanye West has made a promise to good music artists. This is according to complex.com. So on Wednesday, the 43-year-old multi-hyphenate returned to Twitter to announce he's giving back the artists his share of their masters. Kanye's tweet suggested he only owns 50% of the recordings, and it's unclear how the other half will be divided. 9 times out of 10, it will probably be, the other 50% probably belongs to the record label or the record company or their parent company or whatever label Good Music is under. Kanye founded Good Music in 2004 and went on to sign big name acts such as John Legend, Common, Kid Cudi, Consequence, and Mos Def, all of whom have since left the label. Today, the imprint is home to artists like Big Sean, label president Pusha T, Tiana Taylor, Valley, Francis and the Lights, and more, which suggests Kanye is forfeiting millions of dollars by giving up control of the master recordings. It's also unclear if his promise applies strictly to the Good Music roster or every past artist who had released music under the label. So Big Sean responded to his tweet. Kanye says in his tweet, "I'm giving all good music artists back the 50% share I have of their masters." Big Sean replies, "Thank you. This would help so much." Designer also replied, "Thanks, 100." And he added Kanye West. So this announcement comes amid Kanye's highly publicized battle with Universal Music Group and Sony. Kanye has been very vocal about his attempts to gain full ownership of his masters and taken legal action as part of his quest. Not only did he accuse UMG of refusing to sell his masters back, he published over 100 pages from his record contracts to show how the industry, quote, tries to bury us alive. So that's the tweet right there. So if you follow Kanye West on Twitter, then you are already privy to this information. He's been going off. He's trying to advocate for like new recording and publishing deal guidelines. He's encouraging artists to, ask for what you deserve, or or get what you deserve as it pertains to your contracts. We've seen this done by other artists before. So this comes as no shock to me. And what I don't like about this, though, is that Kanye is being called crazy because he's putting out all of this information, which I feel like that's just the easy way out. And that's just it's dismissive to call him crazy when this man is providing evidence. Yes, he's gone a little far, doxing people in the record industry, putting out the number of the Forbes magazine owner, operator or whatever the title is. I think that was out of order and out of line. He did apologize for that, but still, it doesn't change the fact that it was out of order. Because I feel like everybody has a right to privacy. You know what I'm saying? No matter how he feels personally about the owner and operator of Forbes magazine. But him putting this information out, I don't think this makes him crazy. I don't think it makes him crazy because he's fighting for artists to own their masters. You know, we saw Prince talk about this. We saw, well, you guys may not have known, but James Brown was very adamant about owning all of his masters, which he did, if I'm not mistaken. But I know he talked about that in the past as well. Michael Jackson, you understand? We saw him make a huge speech talking about the owner of Sony and Sony, you know, music company and music group. So I just feel like just because Kanye has been diagnosed with a mental illness does not mean that his emotions aren't valid. If he gets angry, it's not, oh, he's manic. You know, if that's the case, then everybody has bipolar disorder. He's allowed to be angry. He's allowed to be frustrated. He's allowed to be to air this information out, be frustrated with the music industry that he's been a part of for several years. So he knows the inner workings of the industry, right? He's not the only artist that is making this complaint or has made this complaint. So I just feel like when people call him crazy, they automatically dismiss him when he's giving out information like this that could help current artists and also artists who are considering getting into the music business. You know, he's a lot more vocal than some of your faves. I'm just saying. But tell me what you think, guys. Let me know. Put it in the comments. Well, anyway, hopefully most people who are willing to listen, the people who are willing to listen to Kanye will take the meat and leave the bones, or take the meat and leave the fat. I can never remember how that saying goes. You know, I'm just paying attention. I like Kanye West. I don't always agree with him, but I don't always have to agree with you in order to like you. That's just the way I'm set up. It is what it is. But tell me what you guys think. Tell me if you've been paying attention. Tell me if you care. Tell me how you feel. Tell me you love me. All right, moving along. Big up to Kanye, though, for real. Moving along. This one, you know, I thought that this was hilarious. I don't know why. So Candace Owens, y'all, she is complaining to Amazon. She accuses Amazon workers of stomping on her books and smearing Vaseline on her books. Okay, let me get myself together because I can't. Okay, this is according to blackenterprise.com. I had to get myself together, y'all. So over the weekend, it didn't work. Over the weekend, you know, Candace Owens considers herself a conservative, right? That's what she calls herself. She accused Amazon workers of, again, stomping on, and in this case, smearing Vaseline on her latest book before shipping them to the people who purchased them. So Owens, who just released her latest book, Blackout, How Black America Can Make Its Second Escape from the Democrat Plantation. Oh, God. Is that the only two words she knows? Girl, shut up. Anyway, so she took to Twitter to complain to the retail giant, Amazon, that she's been getting complaints from about 1,000 people about receiving her book in a not so new condition. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't believe a word she says. I think that she is a attention seeker. I was gonna say something else, and I think that she will use any opportunity available to her to promote herself and any projects that she has out. So, I mean, it is what it is. You got to make money, right? So she tweeted, "Dear Amazon, about 1,000 people have written to let me know that your employees appear to be stomping on, and in this case, smearing Vaseline on my books before mailing them. I know it must have pained you to ship out all 90,000 copies you had in stock, but this is unacceptable." She goes on to tweet. Have you guys read her book? No judgment. Just let me know. If you read it, what do you think about it? She goes on, the pettiness will do nothing to thwart sales. Let's try to get the next 100,000 that I plan to sell out of your warehouse. Treated with a bit more respect by the loony lefties packing the product, please. Candace, if you don't go sit down, girl. Girl, cut it out. So people were tweeting replies. Somebody said, I normally don't read. Wow. I wouldn't admit that at all, okay? Especially not in this day and age. And you're an adult. I normally don't read. I don't normally read, but I'm going to order one anyway. That's so embarrassing. Someone says, I will be buying you a book through Barnes and Nobles. Meant to say I'll be buying your book. Guess I'll order today. If it arrives in anything but mint condition, I will report and demand another copy. Somebody else tweeted. Ordering your book today. I will let you know how it arrives. This is unacceptable and Amazon needs to apologize to you. I am proof that this is backfiring on them because it just reminded me that I need to order the book. Dear Amazon, this is just Candace's way of trying to actually get folks to buy her book. Please forgive her. She's just craving attention. She was hoping for more than 90,000 copies to be sold. I agree with you, sir. I agree with you. I think that this is definitely a tactic for her to sell copies of her book, if that's what you want to call it. Again, this is according to Black Enterprise. So she is accusing Amazon of destroying her books and smear Vaseline, though. Is it for the ashy people that support you? All right, I got to move along before I say something that's going to get me in trouble. So if you guys read Candace Owens' book, let me know what you think. If you read any excerpts from the book, let me know what you think. If you have absolutely no intention on buying her book and you don't care a lick what she has to say, hit the like button and drop a comment. All right, here we go. It's Dancing with the Stars time, y'all. First of all, I'm trying to get this. This is the Instagram page for Dancing with the Stars. First of all, this is Tyra, right? Obviously, she's the host. Everybody is hashtagging bring Tom back because they are not feeling Tyra. People are saying this is not the Tyra show. Why are you making it all about her? I can't stand the way she struts out like she is on the runway. It's solidified. Episode 2 of this season, and people ain't feeling Tyra. They're not letting up, and the hashtags are through the roof on Instagram and on Twitter. So this is Dancing with the Stars Twitter page. I am furious, y'all. And I'm going to keep recapping Dancing with the Stars because now I'm watching. Okay? I am furious. First of all, what's his name? Charles Oakley. Okay? Let me get Tyra off of here. Annoying these people. I'm sorry, viewers. Where's he at? Where's old man Ackerman at? Charles Oakley was eliminated, y'all. And Carol Baskin is still there. So it was between Carol Baskin and Charles Oakley. And let me tell you, when I tell you that fans are fuming because Derek chose to keep Carol Baskin. Derek, what is wrong with you? Let me calm down because I'm probably yelling in the mic. I'm sorry. Now, mind you, episode 1, Carol Baskin was on the very bottom. Shout out to Sky Jackson, who is doing her thing, right? She is so unbothered. Okay, GD Mai doing her thing. Nelly as well. No shade to the others, but, that's kind of who I watch for. Anywho, Carol Baskin was on the very bottom. She was the last. Okay? And Charles Oakley was right above her. So they were the two at the bottom. So again, they decided to keep Derek. He decided to keep Carol Baskin. So they're basically saying her dancing has improved since last week. No, it hasn't. Dancing. Remember I told y'all she was going to be dancing to What's New Pussycat? Remember I talked about that in the other morning show? A disgrace. But Charles Oakley, you was stiff as a board though, sir. No disrespect. No disrespect. But Twitter went off on Derek. Ooh, they said that he made the wrong call. Carol Baskin and Charles Oakley, you know, they had 20, I think they had like 26 or 27 out of 60. But they were the bottom two dancers. You know what I realized? I realized that Carol Baskin is not going anywhere because she's good for ratings. I mean, I realized that before, but then I just said to myself, I might as well just continue to watch. I said that I wasn't going to watch until Carol Baskin is gone, but I don't think she is going to win. I would be shocked if she does, but I think they're going to keep her for as long as possible because they want ratings. But people are going off. People said that they've been watching the show for years. Number one, they can't stand Tyra. She's unbearable. Number two, why the heck is Carol Baskin still on? So, yeah, people are like, why did Derek save Carol Baskin? What else? Who else did they sing? Nelly. Oh, let me show y'all this picture. Let me show y'all this picture of Nelly. This is Nelly and his partner. Cute, right? Aww. But honey, Nelly, what are those? So you guys know Nelly's not wearing any dress shoes, right? He's rocking his J's. Now these are the Jordan 3s. Either the 2s, these ain't the 2s, right? Now I know the ones. Either the 2 or 3s. All my sneakerheads, put it in the comments. Who taped on a heel on these Jordan sneakers? I could not stop. Nelly is out here with heels on his Jordans. I'm done. I love me some Nelly though. Like I said before, Nelly appears to be having the time of his life and he is doing his thing. But I'm still ticked off about the fact that Charles Oakley wasn't worse than Carol Baskin. Do y'all think so? I mean, yeah, he was stiff. He's an older gentleman. But I think give him time. Carol Baskin's dancing improved since last week. Please. And she was on there crying. What did Nelly dance to? Damn. Is it Earth, Wind, and Fire? What's the name of the song? I can't remember. But Sky Jackson, she did her thing too. Uncle Charles, I'm sorry. You know what? It's all right. You got the heck up out of Dodge. They don't appreciate you. But like I said, I realize that they are just going to be keeping they're going to be keeping Carol Baskin there because she's good for ratings, or people are going to be tuning in. Her family, her in-laws are filing a lawsuit against her. Good. So she was crying. Where I want to see if I can find it. Again, this is look at Charles. Look at Uncle Charles, y'all. Oh. We're going to miss you, Uncle Charles. And I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. But that's all I got to say about Dancing with the Stars. I want to see if I can find the video of Carol Baskin crying. Oh, yeah, here you go. Let me turn off the sound. Good. It don't want to play. This is her about crying about her public scrutiny and how it's affected her. Come on. Girl, bye. I keep it inside and it affects me. My life. So this was the leaderboard from the premiere from season 1. See? She was at the very bottom. Can y'all see that? I hope so. Whatever. If this show is going to run my blood pressure up, then I want no parts of it. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Here you go, Nelly. I don't know what's going on with this today. Yo, Nelly and these heels on his Jordans. Can't take it. All right, Royal Family, that's pretty much it. How long I been on here? See, 48 minutes. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. Have you been watching Dancing with the Stars? Tell me what you think. Are you excited? Do you think Carol Baskin should go? Do you think that Carol Baskin's dancing has improved? I think not. Thank you for joining me for another segment of the Morning Boogie. It's morning somewhere. It doesn't matter what time of day you're watching this. It's recorded in the morning. Royal Family, I definitely love and appreciate all of you for watching. If you've ever supported me, thank you so much for your support. It doesn't go unnoticed, and it's always appreciated. So if you caught the broadcast late, go back and catch the replay. Make sure you are hitting that like button before you leave if you haven't done so already. Welcome to the new Royal Family members. You can be a Royal Family member too. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell, make sure you select all so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. So I am getting off now because I have my notes lined up for Tamar Braxton Get Your Life episode 2. I know episode 3 is coming on tonight. I'm far behind, but I'm doing what I can. So I love all of you for your comments, sharing your thoughts, sharing the video, and just listening to me. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you decided to rock out with me today. Those who joined the live broadcast, thank you. Those of you who are watching the replay, thank you. I'll never get tired of showing how grateful I am. That's just me. It is what it is. Signing off for now. Until next time, folks. Peace. Ooh, them vocal lessons is hitting.